Graduation day, Jungkook and Felix were together at the home graduation ceremony. Hall was full of proud families and the student and Taekook was glowing with the joy. After ceremony, he rushed towards them. Taekook and Felix said, "I'm so happy you came." Right behind him was Honey Butler standing with the softest smile. Jungkook noticed how gently Taekook touched her elbow, guiding her forward. Cheerfully, Felix, this is Honey, says my classmate. Honey, this is my Felix, my friend. Honey, politely, hello, nice to meet you. Felix is my warmly, nice to meet you, Honey. Congratulations on graduating. The Honey smiled as Honey nodded slightly. Jungkook stayed quiet, watching her conflict. The Honey looked around her later and they all went up the celebrating dinner. They ended up in a cozy first restaurant with mostly Japanese dishes. Jungkook really tastes the food. The Honey Jungkook, if you don't like the food here. Jungkook struggling politely. He didn't want to say it, but the place was not to his taste. He knew Taekook didn't like this kind of restaurant either. It made him wonder was the restaurant chosen because of how many things Taekook still so picky. He picked up a piece of salmon and gently placed it on Jungkook's plate. Tasting, try this one at least. Then Taekook turned to Honey. Honey, can you help me with the sushi again? I still can't get the roll tight enough. Honey, smiling, of course. The two started talking about technical desserts and cooking. Their conversation flowed, easily full of food, tongue, and a gentle laugh. Flexi noticed Jungkook face and leaned in. Flexi whispering with a small smile, "You okay?" Jungkook forced a smile. "Yeah, just a little tired, that's all." But inside his heart felt heavy. He tried to smile, but it didn't reach his eyes. Later on their way home, the car was silent. Taekook noticed how quiet Jungkook had become. Taekook, I can drive. Jungkook, what? Taekook, son, pull over. I'll drive. Jungkook frowned slightly. It's okay. We almost at the apartment. Taekook, are you really going to keep this up? Jungkook stayed quiet for a moment before replying. It's just the weather. Taekook, did anything make you upset? Did one of my friends say something wrong? Jungkook, no, really, it's nothing. He tried to smile, but Taekook couldn't see through it. Taekook looked at him and shook his head. Taekook, I don't really sing like this, and I don't like the look in your eyes. Jungkook, what look? I'm not mad. I'm not upset. You didn't do anything wrong. Your friend are nice. But your eyes, they look angry and sad, and it's like your thoughts are somewhere else. Jungkook signed up, pulled the car over him, blocked his seatbelt, and then towards him, pulling him to a gentle hug. Jungkook, I'm sorry, I'm not in a good mood today. Don't you ever have days like that when you just feel low for no clear reason? Taekook was quiet for a moment. Are you sure it's really nothing? Jungkook gave a sharp check. So stubborn, I think I just need something sweet. Ice cream. Jungkook smiled as he backed up again. Yes, let's buy some at the convenience store nearby. At the eat it at home with Felix. That night, Jungkook was about to sleep when Taekook woke him. Taekook, oh hi, you are still awake. He greeted, rubbing his eyes, looking half asleep. Jungkook chuckled softly. Taekook's face was flushy, hair messy. He looked like he had been pulled out to sleep and walked in a dream. Taekook flopped onto sofa, eyes closing. Jungkook stood up, hardly a glass of water and cold towel and sat beside him. He gently wiped Taekook's warm face. Jungkook, drink some water and go to bed. You will feel sore if you sleep here. Taekook didn't answer. Jungkook leaned closer, cleaning his breathing. It was slow and steady. He was asleep. Jungkook had pondered. Taehyung looked so perfect, so close. He flatly petted Jungkook, leaned in just an inch away from him, but he stepped back himself. He sighed and gently shook Taehyung's shoulders. Jungkook, Taehyung, wake up, go sleep in your room. Jungkook, come, sit up, sleep properly. Your room ready, remember? Taehyung slow sit up and Jungkook headed in the water. Taehyung, where you already sleep. A cold power on his cheeks, their eyes closed for a moment, time before they just stared each other. Then Taehyung gently looked up from Jungkook and broke the ice contact. Taehyung, you can go to sleep. I'll go in my room in a minute. Jungkook nodded quickly and stood up and going back to his room. He had while still resting. He almost kissed Taehyung almost. Time escaped. Jungkook slowly chocolate inside, frustrated as he reached for his pocket. Jungkook mumbling, where is my cake? When he was done, his head was spinning. It was miserable. He was made it home. He had left his car at the bar. He didn't trusted himself to drive tonight. He was just wanted to forget everything. He just wanted to stop feeling. After struggling with the door for a while, he finally managed to get inside. He kicked off his shoes carefully and headed straight for the kitchen. I need more, just something, anything. He opened the fridge, but it was almost empty. Nothing that could make him forget. But he saw it a half-full bottle of wine at a daughter's shelf. He smiled bitterly. Jungkook said, "This will do." He grabbed the bottle and walked to the living room, flopped down on the couch, and drank it straight for it. No glass, no nothing. Everything around him started to blur. Jungkook mumbling, "Great. This is great, let me sleep." But his body betrayed him. He stumbled as he stood, dropping to the floor. He lay there on his back, staring at the ceiling, eyes unfocused. His attached wrist felt tightened. Taehyung pressed who wouldn't leave his mind. Jungkook whispering, Taehyung, anger rose in his chest, building inside his spit out. He screamed out loud, painful crying that in his quiet room. He wanted to cry, he wanted to scream until his voice broke down. He had gone the bar tonight just to drown himself in. He needed to get rid of his pain, this heavy and black pain. Taehyung always Taehyung everywhere. When everything he did, Taehyung was there in his thought, his heart being massive, with jealousy, pain lagging through, eating him up from inside. His tormented Taehyung, his mind no longer clear. He dropped to the bed, grabbing the seat, the pillow, anything that still had Taehyung's hand. Jungkook sobbing, I miss you. I want to forget. I want to forget you. I hate this. I hate this so much. And then his head started throwing everything pillow, the Facebook. He was like a strong, wild, hurting, crying like a child. That was when Felix arrived and opened the door. His eyes were in shock at the scene. The living room was a mess, broken glass, a taekook in the paper. It looked like someone had robbed the place. Flexi panicking, Jungkook, are you here? He ran inside, heart pounding. He knew Jungkook had gone back to his house today. When he called her, it was Jungkook's sister, May, who answered. She said Jungkook forgot his phone and was acting strangely. Lately, Flexi had told something was off. He saw Jungkook at the office, but the younger man looked so distracted, and Taehyung had been busy too, preparing to open his dream restaurant. Flexi rushed to Taehyung's room and found Jungkook on the floor near the bed. He was crying uncontrollably. One of his hair was bleeding. Flexi worried Jungkook. Oh no, what happened? He dropped beside him, shaking the wound on his hand. Jungkook sobbing, Flexi, I'm here. What happened? Are you hurt badly? Jungkook suddenly grabbed Flexi's shirt, clutching it tightly. Jungkook desperately, tell me to stop, Flexi. Please make me stop. Why can't you stop my feeling this way, Flexi? I didn't realize slowly hitting Jungkook softly, crying harder. Tell me, stop, hit me. You have to keep having thought about him. Wrong thoughts. I can't get him out of my head. Tell me to go away, hateful Flexi, please. But Flexi couldn't say anything. He just repeated something and Jungkook held him tight. His position is okay. Having got you, just let it out. Jungkook tried till his body gave in. It took a long time, but eventually Flexi helped him into bed and cleared up the mess around the house as best as he could. The next morning when Flexi got up, Hong was there. He wanted to say something, he wanted to talk to his brother, but what could he say to him? Had he every right to live his own life? Flexi didn't want to burden. He didn't want him to feel guilty for something he couldn't ask for, feeling he couldn't cause on purpose. Flexi couldn't stop worrying at work. The next day, Jungkook looked normal again to normal. He smiled, he worked harder than anyone, even cracked joke in meeting, but something was wrong. He was too quiet when he was alone. The focus too tired. Even Jungkook father noticed Mr. Jan. Flexi has something happened to Jungkook. He is posing himself so hard. They looked at him, sure what to say, because the truth was Jungkook was trying to his own heart. Flexi, you are running away again. They were at the rooftop at the sun stepped deep at the sky, casting the warm golden light. It was their usual afternoon break. Stop. Flexi had called Jungkook out from the fresh air at a little talk. Jungkook softly leaning the railing. I stand. Jungkook, I need to be here. Flexi, the three of us can have dinner tonight. What do you say? I'll message the home. Jungkook gave a faint smile, avoiding Flexi. Jungkook, I need to prepare. Flexi looked at him with concern, not hiding the worry on his face. Flexi, are you sure you are okay? Jungkook, I'm fine. Really sorry about the last night. I lost control. Flexi placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Flexi, don't keep it all inside. Jungkook, you know you can talk to me anytime. Jungkook, thank you, Flexi. It was just a moment of weakness. I'm okay now. Trying to shift the mood. Jungkook changed the subject. Jungkook, by the way, have you seen the place, the restaurant? Flexi grateful the change, but still watching Jungkook carefully. Flexi, yeah, I think the location is nice, a bit old, but it's a good fix that up. I still can't believe he's really doing this. Jungkook smiled. He can be very determined when he wanted something. Flexi, honestly, I thought it would take more time and the fund too. Wait, and don't tell me you are the one helping him pay for it. Jungkook laughed a little sound, but with a little sadness hiding behind it. Jungkook, even if I wanted to, he wouldn't let me. He just asked for help with the plan. Your brother is really thinking that he has a lot of gift and other job lately, and of course, it's a good that he has honey now because business-wise, they make a good team. Flexi had never slightly his tone growing more serious. Flexi, are you really okay, Jungkook? Jungkook paused, then looked out at the city skyline. Jungkook is okay that they have each other. She'll be a part of his life. I'll get used to it. We met the other day to discuss they really work well together, like they are always in with them bond. If he didn't say anything for a moment, just stood beside him and silently offering comfort. A few days passed. Then was growing more and more frustrated. He started at his phone, pressing a call button again and again at the same voicemail, repeating the number you dial is unattended. Then regretted why won't he answer. It had been more than a week since he received the plans from Jungkook. Since then, nothing, no message, no call, nothing. Later that evening, he walked into the living room and saw Felix holding out his tablet. Flexi has listened Jungkook clearly. He is not answering any of the calls. Flexi look at Tap showing on his lips for a second before answering. Flexi, he is a China for China. What for how long? Flexi, he will be there for the next 3 and he went to overseas a project from deeply. Why didn't he tell me? Not even a word. Flexi let out a small laugh, shaking his head. Flexi, why does he have to report to you? He's been really busy. He barely have time to sleep and you've been keep bothering him. Tehang face dropped, guilty, washing over him. Softly, I didn't mean to. I just was not paying attention lately. There has been so much going on, but Jungkook, he always helping me when I need it. It should be at least check on him. Flexi, you are both busy. It's happened. Anyway, let's have dinner this Friday. Bring honey along. I have really gotten to know your girlfriend at Tehang raised an eyebrow and then burst into laugh. Tehang laughing. What are you talking about? Felix is smirking. Honey, your girlfriend, bring her. I want to see who's got my brother's eye. Turn up. Tehang grinning. You really have a bad habit of assuming things, Felix. You were like that back in high school too. I never said she is my girlfriend. She is just a friend. Hani was always planning to open her own restaurant, and when we had this talk, we both thought it's better to partner first. We can expand later, and I can't handle the restaurant full time. I still have another job. Hani can manage most of it. Felix is heavily running his hand, thought his hair, his brow were slightly forward as if he wanted to say something, but he held back. They noticed what later that week. Tehang answered the phone with a heavy dose of scream in his voice. He was with Hani at the restaurant side, discussed the new light. The moment he saw the name on his screen, he screamed and stepped away to the quiet corner. Godly, and you finally remembered to call. On the other end, Jungkook's was sharp and teasing. Jungkook, hello to you too. Tehang rising and every you have the audacity to laugh at me. Tehang lightly, Jungkook worriedly, why are you getting angry? Tehang was rising. You've been out of the country for almost 2 weeks without even telling me, and you are asking me that. Goodness, not even when you were studying abroad did you disappear like this. Jungkook gently, okay, calm down, breathe in, breathe out. He paused, hearing a long sound from Tehang on the other side. Jungkook softly, sorry, I'm really sorry. Alright, I was out checking the site again. I had to the plan because the client was not happy. Tehang stayed quiet. He looked down at the floor. He shouted and Jungkook more gently, come on. I said, I'm sorry, don't be mad anymore. Tehang, don't do that again. Jungkook let out a small laugh, trying to the tension. Jungkook, you were worried about me, huh? He heard another deep sigh. Jungkook, yes. What are you signing for? Tehang softly, do you know you've been acting strange lately? Jungkook defensive, how can I acting strange? Have we just been really busy, that's all. He quickly shifted the topic. Jungkook, how the restaurant coming along? Tehang calmly, the construction almost done. Hani and I are finalized the new menu now. I think we can open the next month. Jungkook paused. The name Hani still hit something deep inside him. Every time Tehang said her name, it was like tight breath slowly state. His breath become slow. Jungkook forcing He turned away from the window, placing his hand into her face behind his back. Then, will you be here by then? Jungkook hesitated, his finger trembled slightly here, unsure if he was ready. Jungkook quietly, I don't. Then, firmly cutting him off. Be here. There was no escape for doubt in his voice. Jungkook skillfully tried to calm the storm inside. Jungkook, Taehyung softly, I want you to be here. Jungkook after a pause, alright, I'll be in there. Jungkook arrived at the country in the night before the restaurant grand opening. He took the last flight available leaving just before midnight. He knew Taehyung would be annoying. Taehyung had asked him to come earlier. Still, Taehyung showed up at the airport waiting at the gate with a tired expression. Driving Jungkook's car himself, Jungkook had already told him not to bother Jungkook softly. I couldn't just take a taxi or ask the company to pick me up. Why didn't you have come down? I wanted to. The drive was quiet. Jungkook glanced at the Taehyung face from the driver's seat. He looked exhausted. His eyes were heavy and he kept rubbing his temple. Jungkook gently, I told you not to do this. Look at you. You are sleepy and tired. You are going to be busy tomorrow. You should have stayed home and rest, or at least hired a driver. Taehyung glared. Don't start with me. You've been enjoying annoying to me lately, haven't you? Jungkook let out a long sigh and didn't say anything back. The rest of the drive continued in silence. By the time they arrived at the Taehyung and Felix apartment, Taehyung had already fallen asleep in passenger seat. Jungkook parked the car quietly and gently tapped his arms. Jungkook softly, we are here. Taehyung stared and opened his eyes when he saw they were at this place. Not Jungkook. Jungkook, go on in and sleep. You need rest. Taehyung stared at him for a moment. He gazed unable. They slowly got out of the car, walking towards the door. Jungkook stayed behind, leaning his head back against the seat, breathing out quickly. He was exhausted too. He hadn't wanted to come back tonight. He took a late flight on purpose, hoping to spend less time around. Taehyung afraid that his emotions might overwhelming again. Deep inside, he was planning to fly back to Chennai right after the restaurant opening. He had let that slip during a phone call with Taehyung days ago, and it didn't go well. Taehyung had got really upset. It was their father who finally convinced Taehyung to stay in Korea this time. Sudden knock on the car window started. Jungkook. He turned and saw Taehyung from. He rolled his window down slowly. Taehyung family just sleep here. Jungkook hesitated. I'll go home. I'll just take a few minutes. Taehyung didn't say anything. Instead, he walked around and opened Jungkook's door with a serious look. Taehyung knowing get out. Jungkook seemed deeply. There was no use arguing tonight. He quickly got out of the car and followed Taehyung into the apartment. They entered in silence, both carrying something in their heart they couldn't say out loud. They entered the apartment in silence. After a quick warm shower, Jungkook walked into the room and saw Taehyung already preparing to sleep. The lights were dim and the air felt heavy with unspoken words. Jungkook softly asleep on the floor. He moved towards the clothes and opened it to pull up a spare mattress. Taehyung Felix is probably sleeping already. I don't want to wake him up to move things around. Jungkook turned to him confused. Taehyung quite firm. You've slept in there a few times already. I've been done this so many times. Why are you suddenly avoiding sharing the bed with me? Jungkook rising and every why would I mean I mind sleeping in with you. Taehyung stared at him, his eyes sharp, eyes studying. Taehyung, you tell me. Jungkook looking down was quiet and tired. Jungkook, Taehyung, I am tired. Can we just rest, please? Taehyung frustrated. Who isn't tired? Jungkook let out a sigh, rubbing his forehead. Jungkook, I am afraid I'll disturb your sleep. I am so tired that I might toss and turn all night. Taehyung looked away for a moment, then said softly, Taehyung, you never used to. His voice trailed off. He knew it was a weak excuse. Jungkook had always been a calm, quiet sleeper. Jungkook softly, are we fighting? Why does it feel like we are fighting? Whispered, I don't know. A long silence found, then Jungkook scratched forward and gently pulled Taehyung into warm embrace. Jungkook softly, come here, I'm sorry, don't be mad at me. Taehyung hugged him back tightly. Taehyung, I'm sorry too, I didn't mean to out. Jungkook patted Taehyung back, holding him calmly. The hug lingered, it felt good, too good, and it scared him, but as his body started reacting in a way he didn't want to acknowledge, he gently pulled away. Jungkook quickly, let's go sleep. Look at the time. You need to be up early tomorrow. You won't get enough rest. Sleep on the bed. He nudged Taehyung towards the bed and turned around and get the matters again. But before he could move far, Taehyung grabbed his bed. Let us rest together. Taehyung wake up at dawn, eyes heavy with sleep. He wouldn't usually be awake this early if not for the big day. He turned his hand and saw Jungkook still peacefully sleeping beside him. Taehyung deeply watching his face. Taehyung whispering to himself, don't drift away, just a little more time, just give me a little more time. A short edges, he couldn't explain why he felt so frustrated. Lately, he felt like Jungkook was hiding something, keep a distance. Whenever he asked, Jungkook only said he was busy, but Taehyung knew there was more. The feeling of helplessness, it reminded him of the time when Jungkook introduced Jin. He couldn't do anything then. He was too young, unsure of himself, and still figure out what he truly wanted. But he had worked so hard all these years to be settled, to be successful, to finally stand beside Jungkook with pride and confidence. And just when he thought they were doing fine again, Jungkook began pulling away. Slowly, Taehyung moved closer and gently touched Jungkook's face. Taehyung softly, just a little more time, okay? Then, in a moment of quiet longing, he hand in gave Jungkook on his lips. At that exact moment, the sound of the door opening broke the stillness. Taehyung didn't rush. He finished gently, then sat up and stood, walked towards the door. Outside the room, Felix stood there, blinking sleepily. Taehyung, Felix. Felix rubbed his eyes. I was sleepwalking. Taehyung blinked, unsure what to say. Taehyung, what you saw? Felix calmly, I was going to wake you up. I know you had to be early today. I don't know. Jungkook was here. Taehyung took a deep breath and decided to speak honestly. Taehyung, I love him. Felix gave a cock smile. Felix, don't we all? I love him too. Taehyung rolled his eyes and frowned. Taehyung, you know what I mean. Felix didn't back down. He stepped back at Taehyung, his expression turning serious. Felix, oh, he, Jungkook. Ah, he sighed and waved his hand in defeat. Flexi, let me just go back to sleep. I won't get in the middle of this. He turned and walked back to his room. Taehyung calling softly Flex. Taehyung hesitated and asked with a hint of jealousy. Taehyung, you was there a time that you too? Felix turned around, eyes wide in disbelief. Then he saw jealousy on Taehyung's face and couldn't help himself. Felix into laughter. Are you serious? Oh, he laughed loudly, shaking his head. Felix, I love Jungkook, yes, but it's the same way I love you. You guys are like family to me. Taehyung let out a deep breath, finally smiling. Taehyung revealed, thank you, Felix.